Peace and love, everybody. That was brought to you by the Black Cap Chickadee. Hi, welcome. Thanks for being here this morning. My little friends are outside eating at the feeder. Maybe my mic's just a touch too loud. Turn it down just a little. Peace. The omniscient light, a near-death experience, my journey beyond. Thanks for being here. Appreciate to people who are here live, including Nathan and Deb and Zoe. Welcome, and to everybody who's watching by video. That's the word I'm looking for. Good morning, Diane. Anyway, so here we go. In my initial near-death experience, I experienced and witnessed omnipresence. So let's talk about that. Omnipresence signifies an all-encompassing presence. It depicts the beloved's capacity to permeate every space, every moment simultaneously across the universe and right here with us, in us, among us, between us, all knowing and all seeing, as we explored last week, all knowing and all seeing. My name is Peter Panagore, MDiv, twice a visitor through death's door, and formerly clergy. This space isn't one of beliefs or empty platitudes. Please pause with me just for a moment. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply and listen, not just with your ears, but with the ear of your heart. As I stepped into the light enveloped me, its luminosity becoming my own. I beheld the eye of God, a figure of singular brilliance, encapsulating my entire existence in one illuminating instant. My life laid bare, each fleeting thought and concealed emotion starkly exposed from every angle. To be seen so completely was to be understood profoundly, to experience existence with love as my guide. As I entered the light entered me and surrounded me. The eye of God saw me through and through. It was a human form. I was this human form made of a single illumination. The whole of my life, every microsecond thought, feeling, and experience was seen in complete flash of illumination. I was naked and seen from the inside out and the outside in. To see me so entirely meant to me to be understood, or the little me, the previously human me, that I had been known and was known, and I was experiencing the world while being loved. The beloved was loving me. And this part of my NDE, I haven't talked much about. I was enveloped in light, resplendent, beyond physical form. Goodness with a capital G permeated me. Yet I could also discern my own smaller, recent mortal self and life through this divine gaze. This formerly mortal self perceived the shadows of my just finished human existence. Secrets kept from others and from myself, laid bare before the all-seeing eye. For nothing is hidden that will not be made known, taught Jesus in the Gospels of Luke and Mark. In the presence of the unnameable, capital U, the unnameable, the totality of me became an expanded luminescence. Yet my lesser self squirmed, under the weight of the infinite love, seeking to obscure my flaws. My shame plunged me into a purgative fire, exposing the whole of me, as I described last week. How did I inhabit the pain of those I had harmed in my life as Peter? How did that happen? How did I feel their anguish and live their truths while grappling simultaneously with my own pettiness? The highest saw me and was with me in presence. So I was many, yet singularly Peter, through the highest. It was the omnipresence of the unspeakable, being me and experiencing my life always with me, the same as everyone whose lives I entered to feel what I had done to them, was them too. The divine tapestry interlaces itself into the essence of all, omnipresent in every moment. Later in my NDE, and timelessness is there later, but later in my NDE with the eternal expanse of my near-death experience, I witnessed the great void birth, the great void with a capital G and a capital V, the great darkness, birth a ceaseless flow of light and love, stitching together the fabric of existence, our universe, you and me, from the minuscule to the cosmic, from the interstellar dark matter to the hearts of humanity. This light is love. And this love light manifested as omnipresence, omniscience, omnipotence, and omnibenevolence. And the latter two we will be delving into in the coming weeks. Light pours forth from the depths of the unknowable darkness, weaving through countless universes, making every soul holy and holy, H and WH, holy and wholly known through omnipresence. God is you, transcendent infinity and immanent manifestation, above and below. And yet I was still frail, the Peter of me, shamed at being in the presence of the unconditioned love. I was so limited. The Peter of me knows this omnipresence now and forever sees me. It sees me and is present with me. It came back with me. The all-seeing eye, always staring at me, always showing me its living presence now. I'm akin to a grape, tethered to a vine, its lifeblood contained within. This intimate connection, this omnipresence, lives within you, little grape, and knows you and breathes as you. In the heavens, I traversed everything, and I saw that everything is recognized and seen and known and exists because it is sustained by the isness of the divine in everything. Maya, the illusion in Hindu mythology, is also the creation energy, the energy of creation, woven like a light tapestry inside of everything, everywhere, all the time. There is no thing that is not God. My attempt to conceal my darker aspects was futile. Had I fully assimilated the light at its first offering, I may have melded into oneness without the need for purification. Even surrounded by boundless love, the choice was mine. my contrite heart that was made contrite by the presence of mercy itself. It gave me what I needed to turn to it. I had chosen that obfuscation, that little bit of, you can't see this, I'm ashamed. But from this, I learned to grind and refine my inner lens in life. I want to be seen. I know that I am in the presence always. I want the presence to dominate me. Thy will be done. The infinite unlimited creates us as limitations. In our human forms, we are those limitations, yet simultaneously we can and do experience the divine. Like Jonah within the whale, mythical yet poignant. There is no place devoid of the divine, nowhere we can go, including, most especially, and helpfully, our innermost selves. Ask yourself, is this the quest? Not so much. Is this quest not so much a search as it is a revelation of what is already accessible and living inside us? You seek what is inside you. And I leave you this morning with a heart filled with gratitude for sharing this moment with me. And may the strength of Al-Jabbar, the omnipresent, one of the 99 Islamic names of Allah, Al-Jabbar, the omnipresent, resonate within you, guiding you towards inner peace. I heard it once said that the divine is a circle containing everything, whose center is nowhere, a circle whose circumference is everywhere, whose center is nowhere, whose center is everywhere, whose center is everywhere, and whose circle, boy, I just totally slaughtered that. And there you have live, spontaneous, off script. Oh, my little mind, I'd forgotten how the quote goes, and I am blushing. But even so, I cordially invite you to Mystic Tea Salon, where at the top of the hour, we can unravel these threads of thought a little further, these experiences of the divine, and maybe you can remind me of that quote that I just slaughtered. And whether you yearn to absorb the collective wisdom or speak your own truth, this is a haven for those people who have nowhere else to speak about their mystical experiences. And you'll find the invitation in the show notes. Your generosity on platforms like this, Super Chat, Patreon, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, and Wise, it's the lifeblood of our community. It sustains me in the work that I'm doing here with you, so that we can keep all the barriers down. I try not to have any barriers at all, except for bullies. We don't let bullies in, unless they can reform, which they do sometimes. If you open your heart and you seek the light, you're always welcome. Should you wish to deepen our conversation, person to person, you can find me at peterpanagore.love to schedule a personal exchange. Thanks, everyone. I hope this was helpful. Let me know. I'm going to take a look at the chat, see what's going on. Wonderful words, Peter. Very helpful. Thank you. Thank you, Quiet Energy. Love it. Thank you, KT. Oh, thanks, Tom. You've seen this on display a bazillion times. Thanks, brother, thanks for my humanity. Hi, Caroline. And I misread that as humility because I've just humbled myself publicly again. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Caroline. We understood. You got it right the first time. I did. Thank you. I thank you. Should have trusted myself. Hi, Brian. Center is everywhere. Circumference is nowhere. That's what it is. Center is everywhere. Circumference is nowhere. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I did get that right. I just had it half popped into my head. I guess it popped into my head fully formed. And then I doubted my memory, which I have good reason to doubt my memory when it comes to quoting things without having it right there in front of me, which is one of the reasons why I write a script, so I don't mess it up. Hi, Lily. Circle from Ralph Waldo Emerson. I used to hang out in Ralph Waldo Emerson's backyard when I was in college. I grew up near there and used to go bird watching, at least for the annual bird count every year, through his backyard. But I'm a fan. Ralph Waldo Emerson, I'm definitely a fan. A3 Amigos, thank you for sharing your story. If you can get to it, what do you feel is the reason for the divine fracturing itself into billions of experiences? The rabbinic question that I once heard was, what's the one thing the unlimited can't have? And the answer is limitation. In order to experience, I think. But we can explore that further. Losing itself in the ego self only to continue to do it over and over again, I think that there's a way to get off the karmic wheel. And the egoic self, that's from our point of view. The egoic self, from what I experienced on the other side, from the divine perspective that I had, was that my human perspective was informed the divine of another way of living, but was not the wholeness itself. So it's living bazillion lives in order to experience the world through itself, experiencing its own creation. It's like being the code writer for a game, and you are all the avatars within it with all the characters. You get to be all of them at the same time. You get to experience the world. And it's not just humanity that God experiences. It's everything. It's the microphone. It's my fingertip. It's the sun. It's, I don't know, dark matter. It's everything. Nothing is outside it. You're welcome, Andrew. It's been a journey. It's been epic for you. I've been pulling apart my life issues for 8 years, and I'm in this new life of spiritual. You have a new life of spiritual awareness, ascending Leo. That's great. It'll help you in every day of your life. It helps me in every day of mine. That's all. It's true. Thank you for the super chat, everybody. Thank you, Ken and Sylvester and Michael. Thank you very much. I'm switching hands here because right hand over there, over the heart. Hi, Linda. Hi. Good to see you. Luana, good to see you here today. Three Amigos, you're welcome. Holly, having trouble seeing the divine and purpose in everyday life, recently feeling separated from divine love, even though I know it is the reality and my perspective is incorrect. Send prayers, please. Yes. I find that rather than looking for the purpose in my life, I look for the presence of the divine itself. I stopped asking why things are or how they work, and really began asking the question, who, where, who are you, and where do I find you? And the answer came inside. And so to find my purpose in life and to live with the presence, I seek that one thing. It's the best advice I can give you. Your perspective isn't incorrect because you see what you see. It's just being human. It's just that the radiant, omnipotent, omnipowerful, omnipotent, omnipresence really can best be felt when personhood is not so much in the way. It's not a cure-all. It doesn't stop me from somebody pushing my buttons, and then I have to process it and that sort of stuff. I find that it's with me in all of my experience, all of it, every bit of it. And the more I detach from my egoic self, the more I, breath by breath, practice my meditations to step away from myself, the easier it is for me to be whole in the now. And by whole, I mean not necessarily knowing where I'm going or what I'm doing, but knowing who I am and where I stand and with who to whom I belong, who lives inside of me. This presence. I hope that helps. You're in my prayers. Hey, Bernard, link to Mystic Sea Salon is not in the description. Holy tamales. Let's grab that. Thank you for that notification. Somehow I must have deleted that. I'm going to grab it right here. Oh, my, there it is there. I'm going to grab it, copy, go back, and I am going to put it right where it belongs. Oh, no, it's there. It's down toward the bottom. It's there. Phew. But I'm glad you said something. I love it when people tell me stuff because half the time I can't see something if it's not there because I miss it because of my imperfection. It's definitely there. Would you have? So look at your tinnitus. Use your tinnitus. If you have tinnitus and it's interfering with your meditation, I do this. I got a thing in my ear. I know that most tinnitus is in the head, but mine comes from an accident that I had when I was working in construction back in college. And so when it really starts to distract me, I take all of my mental energy and I look right at it. And the same I do with pain, the same kind of focus I give to my breath or my chakras or listening to my breath. I move my mind to listening. I listen to the tinnitus. I put all of my thought and breath right onto the tinnitus. And the effect is very similar because when you're in that moment of focus, you can't really be present. All you are is then listening and breathing. So give that a try. Tell me what you think and how it works. If it helps, it helps me. If you're here, maybe that is the divine who brought you here. Oh yeah, totally the divine who brought me here. 100%. It's never, yeah, this is just a temporary thing I'm inhabiting. Blessing and on you too. You're welcome, Holly. Lynn, good morning from Northwest Arkansas. I'm learning to commune with the divine when I awaken in the middle of the night and I can't go back to sleep. Great time for deep meditation. What a great idea. What a great idea. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, John Stone, the love with which I love God is the love with which God loves me. This is totally true. The abundance of unconditional, infinite love loves us, and we love with that same love right back. And in our human lives, it's all the kinds of love forms that we have in our lives. Appreciate very much the not why, but who discussion. Thank you. We can talk about that more at Mystic Tea Salon, and I'm going to go in a couple minutes. I have a little bit of break in between here. Thank you, Rod. Wise words. Thank you. Thank you, Nathan. Would this work for chronic fatigue, or is it more about energy? Good question, Caroline. When I had chronic fatigue syndrome, which I did, I found it hard to meditate. I did try, and I did continue, but what I found was that I lacked the energy for focus. It's not like my body was the problem, my brain was the problem. So chronic fatigue kind of stole some of my capacity for focus. I found a cup of coffee helped that, and I found that it was restful. So it was hard to meditate, a little harder to meditate when I had chronic fatigue, but a little caffeine created my capacity for focus. I'm ADD, so that's what happens with that. And the meditation itself was restful for my body. But also, if I fell asleep, I fell asleep. It's okay to fall asleep when you're meditating, by the way. So God is everything there is. There is nothing that is not. But wars are human. We're the ones, we have free will here. We make war. but God experiences it with us. Our full humanity. No emotion that I've ever had was ever not seen. Every emotion, everything I've ever done, everything I've ever felt is fully and absolutely known because the divine is always present, never not present. Love those short of late. Oh, knees like noodles sometimes cause movement from within the depths. Hey, thanks. I'm glad you're liking the shorts. It's an experiment. So far, so good. Thanks for asking, Ken, or saying that. If you have something that you think would make a great subject for a short, let me know, because I'm always looking for something to material, things I can think about, things that I can help you understand. Watching with my daughter, 9-year-old daughter. Hey, Sylvester. My granddaughter just turned 9. 9's a good age. Hi, Bernard. Just can't scroll to the link, it seems. Bernard, let me see. Maybe reduce the size of your screen. Click, if you're on an Apple, Command, or if you're on Windows, Control, and next to the 0 on the number bar are the dashes. And if you press Command or Control and press the dash, you might be able to shrink your screen, and you'll be able to see it. I'll tell you what. Let me grab it here, and I'm going to pop it up here, and then I got to go. Let's see. Skimming down. All right. Here it is. Copy and insert. There you go. I hope that helps. There you go, Bernard. Your lighting and complexions are better indoors, but the shorts are good. Yeah, I can't control the lighting outside, and my complexion is yeah, I can't control the lighting. That's for sure. Yeah, when I was in television, we used to set up lighting and had a crew with me on location. And lighting was perfect every time, but not self-shooting. Not sure what to do about that. And I've been editing those. I edit those videos. So if you have suggestions about how I might change the editing, because I can adjust the lighting. Is it too bright? Is it too dark? Let me know, because I'm playing with it to make it better. So let me know if you know anything about that, if you can help, or just tell me if the lighting is too bright or too dark. That'd be helpful. All right, I got to go. Vineyard Worker, hi. Let's see. Peace and love, Tom. See you soon. Peace and love. No one looks great in the winter. Light up north. Yeah. How could I prevent scared thought? Meditation. I can. That's a good subject for a short. I'll make a note. Got to go. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Bye. Peace and love, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the people who are watching on video recording. Peace.